right. Welcome back, everyone, to Curse of Vistani, episode 48. Getting close to that 50th.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
When last we left off, you guys had finally contacted the druids to get Saflin and Moro unpetrified.
Very crying Lilia asking for help in sending.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They showed up about a day later and were able to successfully unpetrify the two. At which point
You're
there was
not
lots
having
of
warned
tears.
us about the Gorgons, I might add.
There
I mean,
was lots
they
of tears
technically
of
said
happiness.
bulls.
Bulls and bulls that petrify people are very different descriptions, I will
Yes.
have you know.
They mentioned bulls while talking about monsters.
Oh my goodness. Thank you,
My
Kinka.
overlay isn't working properly. Oh well.
Yeah, my
Anyways,
scene transition broke, so I had to fix that too. My screen was black.
you guys then had you made some food, talked a bit, and during the night watch, you also found out that the Gorgons are not always there. And then during the night watch, Saflin and Callan had a very nice chat, while Saflin had up an illusion so that no one else could see her letdown
Correct.
guard.
Nobody gets to see the sweet moment with Callan.
Nope.
So, that is where we are picking up with everyone having gotten their long rest and leveling up. So, what would you like to do?
Continue onward.
Well, I'm
Okay.
guessing make breakfast.
Breakfast
thought-
sounds good. Am I allowed to assist with cooking today, or am I still on Lilia enforced rest?
Unless you want to cook with me, or is Callan gonna fight me for cooking?
Callan will not fight for it.
Then I say let
'cause I would like to
Saflin do the main.
Yeah, I've kind of been doing that this entire time for a reason, so.
Yep.
Saflin do the main and I assist.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for roll survival to see how.
So are we both rolling, or am I rolling with advantage?
I'm assuming advantage.
Yeah, whichever you'd like to do.
Let's just hope I still have it after being stoned for a day and a half.
10.
Apparently
Okay.
not.
So,
I'm
Hey,
glad
it's
you
not-
could see that
it's not
result,
that-
because I couldn't.
you got a 6 and a 10.
Okay.
So you're cooking. It's not as good as you usually make, but your hands are like a little shaky. Still trying to hold it together. And
Still a
so
little bit upset.
Yeah, trying very hard not to show it. But it is passable. It is edible.
Sense of smell has suffered. There's still some the scent of stone is still locked in
maybe
there.
the taste. Yeah, maybe the taste buds are still a little stony.
Yeah, it's not great. You
Might
never
even use that
realize how bad rocks smell until you're encased in one.
So yeah, you have a passable breakfast.
Okay.
So is there any conversations anyone wants to have before setting off, or you just want to set off?
I suppose one of the things we need to do is check over the hill to make sure that the bulls are gone.
Okay. You are a few hours away from that point.
Yeah, we didn't
Sorry.
get that close.
Yeah, we're still traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my question
Mhm.
to the druids would be, is there any other monsters we need to be careful of besides these bulls?
Well, there's
Also,
plenty.
do they have any other special effects? I mean, just saying that they were bulls was not quite enough to convey the seriousness, I think.
I apologize. I did not go into more specifics with that one. I think you've seen their special effects up close.
Are there any other creatures of that type?
Well, if you believe the legends,
I feel like we should probably hear them just to be safe if there are ones that we may encounter.
well, as you saw, there are quite a few statues there, and I'd say a vast majority of them were not made by the Gorgons.
Lovely.
Long ago, there was a war that took place there.
Yeah, I kind of got the feeling of that by looking at the statues.
Yes, they're all dressed in very
Yeah, they seem rather
battle-ready
old.
attire.
Mm-hmm.
This was the site. It was the site of a battle against a Medusa.
You see.
This was long ago, mind you.
Has the
And
Medusa
the
been
Gorgons moved in after the fact, from what I know.
I take it the Medusa hasn't been seen in a while?
Oh no, definitely not.
Okay.
No one. There's not very many records of the war, but it's unclear who won and who lost. But there were definitely heavy casualties, as evidenced by their visage.
Well, if it's the same type of effect, I'd imagine that in order to undo it, we would have to do similar to what you did for us.
Right.
So the fact
But
that there are that many still there.
yes, and we druids did consider. We moved into the area long after the war. It's been hundreds.
Right,
if
I'm
not
just saying that if
years.
they were victorious, I feel like in the interim before the Gorgons moved in, there would be less.
True. And at this point, I do not know what 1,000 years encased in stone would do to the mind.
My guess, nothing good.
Freedom at this point could all just be for naught.
I mean, that's if they remain aware.
In general, you
And
do.
I would know whether or not we remained aware because I was.
Yes, so you would know
But-
then that yes, you remain aware while you are stoned.
that
You
is...
have no perception of your surroundings, but your mind is intact.
Can't move or speak and is unaware of surroundings.
Right.
So,
But
if we're unaware of surroundings, I don't think we would actually be.
But I'm guessing you'd be aware of time passing.
That I would honestly say no.
It's debatable. It's debatable. So
I don't think I could
It's
imagine.
weird.
I don't think I could imagine waking up 1,000 years later and everybody I know being gone.
Yeah, I think bringing them back would do more harm than good at this point.
Agreed, which is why we as druids have not done so at this point. That and staying in the area too long incurs the wrath of the Gorgons. To be there for any extended period of time brings with it the danger of getting turned to stone yourself. Anyways, shall we head that way?
Yeah, it's good to me.
All right. So you guys get in your cart They they walk behind you or beside you, even. And it takes a few hours, but after a few hours, you do end up getting to that same hill where you can see that soul statue just peeking up over the ridge.
So want to be super, super stealthy and peek over the ridge to see when they're there, if they're there, when they're not there.
We'll go ahead and activate Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Do all of us have to roll stealth now?
If we try to move stealthily, yes.
We only
It's
need
just-
like one or two scouts to check.
Yeah, I'm just activating it because I can activate it on everybody in the range for now and just keep it going.
Or I would
Okay.
say the druids probably know their
Know
regular
the schedule.
schedule. Yeah.
It can vary, but it is fairly regular. You always want to be careful when approaching this bridge. Much easier from this side when you have the hill. So, who would like to take a peek with me?
I will. I'm curious.
All right.
Says
go
Curio.
Ahead. Go ahead and roll a stealth roll, please.
You know what would help if I actually had my character sheet open?
Yeah,
That would. Agreed.
I had everything else open.
Yeah, so Pass Without a Trace is just a flat +10 to stealth rolls.
Yep.
Just as a reminder, it's been a little bit.
Yep. Stealth is
25. Oh wait,
33.
33.
Oh, 33, yeah.
I was
I
like,
took it
where are
based
you
on the
getting
die roll.
25?
Because
Yeah,
I rolled
it's-
a 15.
Ooh, okay. So the druid rolls 13.
Which is a 23.
23.
No, that's 13 with the +10.
Oh. But you
They
did.
roll a 2.
Okay.
I gave it +11 because he gets
Oh,
+1.
Lord.
Okay. So 13 and 23.
So he's not
Well,
very
still above
stealthy.
average.
Stealthier than
13 and-
average.
13 and
still above
33 to be
Yeah.
accurate there.
Yeah, sorry, 33. You're right.
So that's significant.
Yes, it is. All right, so you creep up to the top of the hill, trying to be as stealthily as possible, and you peer over the side. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
That's perceptive kitty today.
All right, 15 and 17. So, peering down at the bridge and into the surrounding area, you do not currently see any of the Gorgon.
So now's a good time to move then, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Or do we want to wait just a moment? But if there's not one now, then
If you don't see one, I think we should take that opportunity and hope that they're not on their way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get well to get started.
I'll give you back the map.
Waiting for it to load in. It is very pixely right now.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Cross while the crossing's crossing.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. So you guys are. I'd like you all to roll. If you're trying to do this stealthily, then I'd like you all to roll a group stealth check.
Okay, that sounds wise.
We'll let San show us how it's done.
27.
Is that a group stealth or what are we doing?
Everyone is rolling.
Meaning we're all doing it and he's averaging.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
$29, and I'm adding 10 to all these as well. Still, I assume.
Yes.
27, 19, 27, 29,
There's Luna.
18, 20, 14.
Well, that 14 becomes a
24 and
24 because
26, yeah.
that's a +9 from modifier. Yeah,
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
passive trace.
Yep. Okay. Not bad. All right, so yeah, you guys are very quiet. Your wheels on your cart aren't so much as even squeaking. You're making sure to avoid every like little pebble in the road.
I feel like we're probably holding our breath.
As you approach the bridge.
One come into view. Let's hope not.
Okay. There we go.
So, for convenience's sake, we're all on the cart.
Yep.
Yes. For convenience sake, you're all in the cart.
And on top of around.
Mm-hmm.
You very cautiously make your way as far as you've gotten across the bridge so far. There's no bull.
I
on
am
the bridge
readying. I am readying a sleep spell.
Okay.
You know what I just realized?
What's that?
All the little rubble that you see laying around is bullcrap.
Very nice. So you end up successfully crossing the bridge. It is a little tighter over here. There's quite a few more people on this side. But you're able to squeeze your way through. Anything you want to do on this side, or are you just going to keep going?
I'd like to make sure that someone is looking.
Hightail it out of here.
Out the back.
All right. Whoever's looking out the back, roll perception, please.
I think I'd be just like nervously watching. Period.
Okay. Son and Moro, 23 and 22.
Well, that was stealth for Moro, not perception.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, the 23 perceptions from Son.
Okay, so 23 perception. That's pretty good. So looking around as you are continuing, Son does with the 23, she does spot something. It is not a Gorgon, but she spots if you look up higher on the map, over here, there is what appears to be a small cave.
A small cave, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, screw the cave.
Which was not visible to you from the other side.
Not worth it.
Nope.
Okay.
We don't want to go into the Gorgon nest?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. All of the nope.
No, let us not do that.
That seemed extremely unwise.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like we'd be asking for it.
You guys continue on through the field of statues, and you do not encounter any Gorgons.
Yay!
Yay!
Just the way we like it.
And it is late morning at this point, probably about 11 o'clock.
So continue on as far as we need to go for the rest of the day.
All right. So Admaris, once you guys get clear of the fields here, comes up to you, says, "Okay, we should be past the danger point now. The rest of the way should be fairly calm, and we should make it to the city before night."
I'll just be like kind of bouncing excited. We passed them.
I'll glance over at Son and be like, please don't let your guard down.
Will do. So Son's keeping constant eye out.
Yep.
What is her passive perception, Firedale?
16. Oh wait, no, that's mine.
Oh.
Hers is 17.
17. Okay. Good to know.
And she has advantage, so take that however you will.
All right. So you guys continue down the road a ways. Aurora, are you the one driving?
Yes.
Usually,
go ahead.
yes.
Roll a perception check. A 7. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you continue down the road. Do you guys stop for lunch at all? Or are you gonna keep just trucking it?
Well, if the person said while we're going, we can get there by nightfall, then we can always
Probably keep going, yeah, because if we stop,
Yeah.
we'd be past nightfall.
I'm assuming we have
Um,
some. Do we still have some
we will
pocket
eat our
bacon?
pocket bacon
We do still have pocket bacon. We do still have various produce and stuff in the bag of holding.
rations.
Okay.
Yeah, just nom
So-
nom
We can
what's in
just
the bag.
dig out
Yeah,
snacks,
So
basically.
yeah, you pull out some snacks and pass them out to everyone, and just keep on trucking forward as you're eating. So it gets to about 3:00 in the afternoon, and Aurora, you're just kind of daydreaming a little bit, just kind of looking up at the clouds, and then you notice right next to you is a bear
Mm-hmm.
that you did not notice approaching.
As soon as I am made aware of said bear, I will cast Speak with Animals unless Nene beats me to the punch and cast Fear.
Would I
My
notice the
first
bear
thought
right
would
away
be
though?
to,
Right, it's whichever one of us is aware first and gets to the draw first, I guess.
So far, Aurora's the only one aware of it.
Yeah.
Actually, the druids would probably see it now too.
It might be a friendly bear.
And the
Never know.
it
bear,
might be a friendly druid.
the bear comes up and
Yeah,
it's
could be
on
a
its hind
druid.
legs and gives a "Rah!" And so at this point, you guys are aware of it. Once it's growled like that. And
That one would like to cast Speak with Animals, but it's up to you if you want to
Okay.
make us go into initiative first.
Curio growls back.
So you start casting Speak with Animals, and as you do, you see like the bear, like its form starts like contorting.
Druid!
It's a wild shape. Yep.
He's a
And
druid!
it starts shrinking, and its fur starts to go away, and it turns into this lovely young lady. Ed Morris, is that you? Oh, Sally! Great to see you. You still owe me that dinner, you know. Everyone, this is my friend Sally. Hello, all. Nice to meet you.
I'll peek my head out and wave.
That was quite a greeting.
Yes, my apologies. I didn't hear you coming before. Sally likes to come out here and rummage the grass in her bear form.
You're very fortunate that our first instinct is to talk things out. We just had a trying experience.
Oh, well, thank you for not attacking me then. I understand how that can be startling to just see a bear. I just saw Ed Morris and I had to trot over. But yes, Ed Morris, feel free to stop by any time for that dinner. Will do.
I'm wondering if she's going to say anything about the recovered druids.
As a matter of fact, I see you were successful in your mission then? Somewhat, yes. We were able to recover some of them. Unfortunately, we didn't find all of them. I see. That is sad indeed. But it is very joyous to have all 4 of you back. Oh yes, it's joyous to be back in the safety of the village. We are very eager to rest. Anyways, I won't keep you any further. You all have a lovely evening.
Mm-hmm.
You guys continue on your way.
So I have a question out of character for the people
Okay.
that know, because I know it's really important, and I know I should know, but I don't, because I don't remember. Why are we coming here again?
To meet up with the druids that had the turtle eggs.
Yeah, we were checking in on the
You felt
druids
like it.
that we had saved the turtle eggs, and we were gonna just kind of
Okay.
see if they had any aid they could offer us on our journey, or just kind of peek in on our way out.
And to check if
Also,
our
I kind of
friend
wanted to know what happened with our
that was headed to Serpent Lake.
yes,
Yeah.
Menarathor. Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure that he had made his way back home to his home plane, if he came across them.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. So you get back on your way, and Morris turns to Aurora and says, "Shouldn't be long now. We should be able to see the village here soon."
Noted.
And
I'm just
within
kind of keeping an eye out for it.
okay. And within about 10 minutes or so, sure enough, you start to see. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. So you start to see some houses. And I will bring you guys
Map
up
change.
to a map.
Not Menaratha, Morenoloth. There we go. No, somewhere in my notes.
So you guys are up at the top left
Okay.
at the moment.
Oh wow.
Itty bitty.
Yep.
Yep.
So you all can control the cart if you want. Yeah, so you. Yeah, so
My
the first thing
God,
you can see is just
we've
some
shrunk.
houses.
Yes, we have.
The city is just that large.
Yep.
Are any of the druids still with us, or did they all just leave us to be?
They are still with you.
I mean, they have easy transport in a cart, and we're going to the same place. Why would they leave before they have to?
Yep.
So maybe they would know the person that you want to check on, or where we need to go, because this is a very large place.
Yeah, we did mention the turtle eggs to them at one point, and Garna and Gale. So it
Well,
would be easy enough to mention them again.
yeah. So upon seeing the village and getting closer, Ed Morris pipes up and said, "Well, we're here. Where is it you were wanting to go here again?
We were hoping to check in with a couple of people. We had an encounter with some druids a while back, Garna and Gale, and helped them recover some stolen turtle eggs.
Ah, yes, Garner and Gale. All right. They would probably be at the monastery.
Okay. And we had also sent a friend ahead to Serpent Lake because
Or the temple.
um a Morenoloth, who was honestly quite friendly when we stopped to talk, was unwillingly summoned forth from his home plane and wanted to find a way to get home. So I was hoping to check in on if anyone had encountered Morenoloth.
I see. The name doesn't sound familiar to me, but the person to ask would probably be Junie in the monastery where you're going. She's the leader there.
So I guess that kills two birds with one stone.
Sounds like we're heading to the monastery.
Yep.
Alright. Well, thankfully that's where we're headed as well. So we will escort you there. So it takes you through the town. You pass by all sorts of houses, and the houses are all like very natural looking. Some have like vines running over them. Some have like grass growing up them, like straw roofs. They're very sturdy houses. Some even look like they're made of bark itself, as if like it was grown in that spot. Um, the, but they're absolutely beautiful houses and flowers all around. Roll me perception. Anyone?
And multiple of us, or do you just want
Sure.
one?
Sure.
Oh, nice. Son just rolled a
Son with
nat
the nat
20.
Okay. So,
I
with
know
the nat
she'd
20.
be looking for places to pick up some free things.
Okay.
So I know she would roll.
Well, so far, you're mostly seeing houses, not like not commerce areas.
Well, you say that like that matters.
Yeah.
But with her natural 20, even though this is like very beautiful and not overgrown, but very saturated with wildlife, it does still seem a bit dry here.
So they're also experiencing the drought here.
Right.
Looks like it.
Bit out of character, there's a river over there.
I think
There's
that's
a-
Serpent Lake, isn't it?
Probably the river
On the right
across-
side, that is the lake. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Serpent Lake.
They can have a water source and still have the land be parched.
That's
Right.
true.
They're not mutually exclusive.
So you do also pass right here is a graveyard.
Okay.
Okay. Peering into the graveyard. How many graves does it look like there are?
Quite a few.
Okay.
It looks like a graveyard.
Any recent looking graves?
Right. Any recently overturned dirt?
Roll me perception.
One day I'll roll above a 10. Today is not that day.
No, it looks fine. Saflin, you notice absolutely nothing. Lilia, with your 15, you're also looking for overturned dirt.
Yeah.
Definitely got distracted looking at the flowers laid on the graves.
Peering in, none of them appear like too fresh. Like no freshly piled up dirt or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But there are plenty of flowers on the graves, like much more than in graveyards you've seen before.
They're being maintained and kept, but there's no new tragedies in the town right now.
Correct.
Okay.
Not from what you see.
Okay.
Right. So continuing onward. Whoop. Okay. You end up coming down.
Just riding on top of the houses.
You've now come to like some farmland.
You know, from a weird standpoint, it's kind of strange that one of the main roads between this part of town and the other part of town goes through the cemetery.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's a little odd.
It's like a back path, not very often traveled, but it's kind of a shortcut.
Yeah.
Thing. You guys
Basically,
are traveling the main road right now.
the big thick one.
Yep.
That looks like it's probably like stone lined.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
cobblestone road.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You do end up
Dirt
coming
path.
through this way, through the dirt path, and then.
Do these houses still look residential?
These houses look closer to farmhouses.
I'm assuming where we're going is down here.
I mean, we're way down here, so.
Yes, that is the monastery.
Okay.
Way down here right now.
So for the sake of speeding it up, you end up making your way through here, and at this point you can now see the massive lake.
Yep.
And what looks to be more fishers' houses.
I mean, it would make sense to me if they're raising turtles that they'd be near the water.
Mm-hmm. The houses along the water's edge seem like built up more and more sturdy. Likely because they're so close to the water.
Mm-hmm.
To protect from erosion and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
Does anything seem... Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Banana.
All I said was makes sense.
Oh. Does anything seem weird or abnormal with the water or the lake?
With the water in the lake, go ahead and roll me perception.
Because this area is...
Can I see if the ground looks any more cared for at this point? Less parched?
Yeah.
Would that be perception also, or nature?
Yep. Yeah, go ahead and roll me nature.
Nature's much better for me.
Yep.
So 27. Remind me. Say again what you were. Oh, the lake.
I was
Yeah.
saying if there's anything weird or unusual about the lake or the water in the lake. Just to see.
With a 27.
Yeah, almost.
Nothing too unusual about it. You do see a boat off, like a small boat off in the middle of the lake.
Okay.
But other than that, it seems like a lake.
Is at least the grass and the area around the lake, does it at least seem more livable?
That's what Saflin's check was for.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what my nature check's for with a 23.
So the closer you get to the lake, the better it seems, because it's kind of like soaking up the water from the lake itself. But like the further away you get from the lake, the more dry it becomes.
So only the area nearest to the lake is kind of more fertile and less parched.
Yep, exactly.
Sounds like they need irrigation systems.
There may be a reason why they've put their farm so far away from the lake. We don't know.
True.
So you continue to make your way.
You know, we've got druids in here with us, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Why don't we just ask them, is it always this dry around here?
Not usually. We've had a bit of a drought of late. It hasn't rained around here in months.
That's not good.
We are doing our best to keep things as alive as possible, but it's definitely been a problem.
Definitely looks like it.
I will pat his head.
He kind of gives you a like little side eye look, like okay.
I'll smile back and sit back down.
Okay. But here we are, the monastery. And you pull up in this big wooden barricade around the structure. That once again looks like it was grown in place. And then just a big open archway at the front. Beautifully decorated, flowers across it, vines wrapping. Just absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you for the tour.
Yep.
Of course.
Yes, thank you.
Backwin is just admiring the flowers.
So many flowers.
So many.
Dozens.
Thank
Dozens
you
of
for
flowers.
saving our lives.
Oh, thank you for helping us get the druids back. Get our friends back. As you enter the temple, or the monastery, there's a nice big fountain right in the center, and a little pond off to your right.
Does the
the
fountain
main
have
building.
water?
It does have a little bit of water, but it
Very
seems
shallow.
a bit. Yeah, it seems a bit shallow.
Okay.
And the pond also seems a bit on the shallow side.
It's a very sad fountain, very low water pressure.
Yep.
Yep. It's almost like they're having some water issues.
Yeah, I think we've established that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys are here. What would you like to do?
I will send a message. Use the message
Okay.
cantrip. Be like, are Garna or Gale here? We've come to visit.
Who are you sending the message to?
I don't know. So I'm sending it in a random direction and seeing who grabs it.
I'm just
Doesn't it have to be a
imagining
specific person?
in specific
I-
direction.
It's direction, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Um,
imagining someone in the random room in here, like using the bathroom, and
Just-
suddenly they get this whisper in
Okay,
their head.
it does say I point to a target in a direction, but so yeah, so I guess not. Yeah, you point your finger towards a creature within range. It doesn't say you have to see them.
Yeah, I think you just can like scan until you make a connection.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
I'm just,
I just-
imagining that
I'm just
reaction.
pointing my finger until I get a signal.
I imagine if you're targeting a specific creature, then it's not going to just send that message to everyone. It's only going to send it to the creature once you.
Well, because I could use sending to send it specifically to Garna or Gale, but that's a 3rd level spell, and message is a cantrip. I'd rather just use message.
God,
I mean,
is
could
that
you use
reply
message and they're in the area?
Well, message is also a lower range, so
What is the range on it?
120 feet.
Okay. And can you reply to it?
Yeah.
Okay. So eventually, you know when you like kind of lock on to, and eventually you do kind of get that lock, and Gail comes back and says, yes. Who am I speaking to?
And then
Send
Safi hops
another-
out of the cart.
Send another message and be like, Hi, these are the adventurers that helped you with the turtle eggs a little while ago. We're at the gate.
Oh, okay. You're at the
We're at the
monastery?
monastery gate, yes.
Okay, I'll be right over.
He sounds very confused.
He is a bit confused.
Well, you said to come for
He
a
just got
visit.
this random voice pop into his
Yeah.
Here's
did the same
myself.
thing.
I did.
head.
I said a name.
Well, you said
Uh,
the adventurers that helped with the turtle
Well,
eggs.
I
You never
also
get.
said hi. This is Saflin. We're the
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I did say my name as well. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, she did say it on the second message.
Yeah, I saw the second message.
I'm still hoping they were using the toilet.
We will never know.
Unless they tell us.
All right, so pretty soon, out of the monastery, you watch as Gale comes out with another female druid who seems a bit older in age. And they come up to you. Can we help you?
Sorry for the mental message. I didn't want to shout in this area. It didn't seem right.
It's okay. It was a little startling, but it's fine.
So, I don't know if you remember us, but we helped recover some turtle eggs for you a little while back, and we just were in
Yes.
the area, and we wanted to check in and make sure everything got back okay and everything's
Yes.
going well.
Junie, these are the ones I was telling you about. Ah, so you're the ones who helped recover them. We owe you a great thanks then. And then Edmaris steps up and says, well, you owe them another thanks as well because they helped us to recover some of the missing druids. You did? My. Seems we owe you a great many thanks. How can we ever repay you?
Man, we ran into some trouble on the way here and needed a little help getting unpetrified, so I feel like that debt's already repaid. I think we're good there.
Oh, you got did you run into the Gorgons, I assume?
Yes. So just
They can be fairly nasty.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were told
so-
about bulls, but not gorgons.
yeah, Bulls is not. In case you run into any other travelers in the future and you need to warn them about the Gorgons, maybe don't just use the word Bulls.
Well, that's fair. We tend to just call them bulls around here. But you're right. When speaking outside of the village, to the ones who don't know of them, it probably is better to refer to them as Gorgons.
Yeah, it would have been
that
nice
was
to have
my
a
bad.
heads up.
Perhaps.
Yeah, it was a little
perhaps one
scary.
that's a little easier.
We would have used a lot more caution had we known that they were capable of turning us to stone. We probably would not have continued approaching when we saw them.
And tapping them with a stick.
Oh, you tapped them with a stick.
I was just
You
trying to
got
move
close enough
past
for that.
them. They were on the bridge.
Yeah, kind of got surrounded.
I'm impressed you got out as well as you did then.
Yeah, we managed with 2 casualties.
You must be strong indeed.
Out of character, our DM was surprised too.
Yep.
Heck, out of character, I was surprised.
I
Well-
think Lilia would be bouncing at this point, just being like, so, turtles, have they hatched? Have they hatched?
Yes, as a matter of fact, they have.
May we see?
I'll just be like
Of
bouncing.
course.
No, son, these are intelligent creatures. They're just like you and me. You can't.
Baby
want to bet.
turtles at this time of day, at this time of the year, localized entirely within this village. Yes. May I see them? No.
So she motions you towards the pond area, and says, Yes, follow me. So she walks you over to the pond area and then around the side into a building that's back behind it. This is our nursery over here, where the young ones stay. And she goes up to the door and opens it up, and like as soon as you open the door, you just hear like yelling of children as some small turtle children run by slowly, but
They run by at their own speed.
yeah, they run by at their own speed, which is probably about a normal walking pace for anyone else. Yes, as you can see, they are quite full of energy.
They're so cute.
This is where they are
Firebutt.
lodged and receive their teachings.
They're adorable.
You should
Oh,
ask
they
their
are.
names.
I'm waiting for Saflin to have a reaction.
Saplin's not paying attention.
Stephanie's not paying attention. Okay. So what do you guys?
I don't know.
Nothing? Okay. So you just stand there and watch them play for a bit. Staflin, what are you paying attention to?
I think its fire is distracted by something. Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just really
Gotcha.
tired. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So I've caught like a few words. Like
Okay.
I know that Lillian thinks the turtles are adorable, and I
Yep,
don't
they were
really know what
running
else
by.
is going on. So, yeah, I was
I mean,
looking at
we made an
my.
entire trip here just for this. So.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
want to interact with them?
I mainly just wanted to check in on Morenaloth personally.
Oh yeah.
That's
Might
my
want to ask about
focus.
that person.
Yeah, that's my focus. Not so much the
Okay.
turtles.
We were told to speak to someone here.
Junie. Which I believe.
Yeah.
Is she the one showing us the turtles right now, or?
She is. She is. Yes.
Junie, out of curiosity, we also ran across a Morenaloth a little while ago who had been unfortunately pulled from his plane unwillingly and was looking to find a way home. We had sent him in this direction in hopes that one of you may be able to help with him.
Yes, a character by that name did show up a while back. A few weeks ago, I believe. Unfortunately, we didn't have anyone here powerful enough to send him home. He's still around though. He spends most of his time in a boat on the lake.
Out of character.
He's most comfortable there.
Out of character.
Mhm.
If I have banishment, would I be able to banish him to his own plane?
Yes, and he can
Yes.
choose to fail the check.
So I could send him back.
Don't believe banishment is permanent.
A banishment. If they don't have a home plane, it lasts for a minute. If they do have a home plane, I think it is permanent.
Yeah, once your spell concentration duration is ended. It would be
popping
permanent.
noise returning to its home plane. Yeah.
Yeah, so let me look at the duration.
It's 1 minute.
You would concentrate for a minute, and after
you have
had
to
your concentration
concentrate
for a minute, you
for a
could send him back. Yes.
Yep. If the spell ends before the minute is up, he comes back. If not, then he stays there.
Yep. So we could, I could reach out to him.
Yeah, maybe that's something we can do after.
Because I had to speak to him in Infernal, I think.
Yes, I believe that was okay. Let me check.
Yeah, languages, Abyssal, Infernal, or Telepathy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's something we can do then while we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were lucky that anyone understood him at all. Honestly,
He's a very, very
the,
nice
the
person.
telepathy was. He ended up speaking in our heads.
Yeah, that's typically how that has to work if you don't speak a common language.
But
Well,
we
maybe I can reach out to him because we
house.
may be able to help him at this point.
Really?
We've
Oh,
grown a bit stronger.
that would be great. You guys are just helpful all around, I guess.
We at least try to be.
So not only are you strong enough to fight off gorgons and retrieve baby.
Run away from. Run away from.
Yeah, we ran away from the Gorgons. We didn't exactly defeat them.
We didn't fight them off. We
ran.
defended ourselves and left very quickly.
Yeah.
Admaris pipes up and says, "Oh, don't sell yourselves short. I saw you fight those ogres." Ogres?
Because
You
they're
fought off
significantly
ogres.
easier than Gorgons.
I agree with Saflin.
True, they don't have petrifying breath, but ogres are no easy feat either.
They do have bad breath, though.
I've smelled it up close and personal. I know what you mean. My. Seems you have all sorts of talents. Maybe I can have you do a little work for me while you're here.
What do you need assistance with?
Well, how are your investigative skills?
I'll point at Callan.
Also looks at Callan.
Yeah.
He's your man.
Well, I wasn't listening.
Callan, I would say out of the group, you are probably the best at uncovering clues and investigations.
Oh, yeah, I'm your man. And he kind of gets
Deduction, not so much.
Well, tell you what, why don't we talk about this over dinner? We were just about to sit down for some.
Sounds wonderful. And while we're eating, I can also reach out to Morenaloth so that we can help him after.
Sounds good. You can. He's probably still on the lake at this point.
Okay. So I will cast Sending at this point to target Morenaloth specifically, speaking in Abyssal.
Okay.
Let him know
And
that
what do you
we're
say?
here.
The
And
Marina Loch Ness monster.
Marina Loch Ness monster. That's funny.
And I'll be like, Morenaloth, this is Saflin. We encountered each other after Charles' unfortunate summoning at that pixie village a while back. One of our party may be able to send you home. We're just at the monastery near the lake.
I think that's more than 25 words.
Oh well, I would narrow it.
Okay.
I'll write out
I
25
didn't
words
start
if you
counting, but
really
that
want
sounded
me
like a lot more
to.
than 25. You get that
In the
gist
cliff
across.
notes version of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Curse you, Twitter length.
Yeah.
I'll write them out if you really want me to.
So you hear back in Abyssal. Ah, yes, I remember you. You say you can send me home. I would very much like that. Where can I meet you?
Well, she would have said that she's at the monastery.
Oh, okay, I missed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have said we're currently at the monastery near the edge of the lake, in the hopes that he would meet us at the edge of the lake. But I'll send another sending if I have to.
No, if you said that, that's fine.
If we say that was the word cut off, I would do another sending.
Okay. No, we'll say you got that much across. So he says, I'll make my way there as soon as I can.
Now I'm
you.
anxious and nervous.
So that is what he says back. In the meantime, you all make your way inside, where there is a lovely wooden table um, set in a dining area, chairs all around. And you sit down, and Junie says, can we have some plates for our guests, please? As well as me, I am famished. And pretty soon, a few druids come out with fresh plates, and they put some lovely salads down in front of you.
Curio will pout, but still be thankful.
Saflin will surreptitiously pull some of the cold cuts out of the bag of colding and mix them into the salads for Curio, Moro, and Luna.
Are you trying to be stealthy while you do that, or are you just doing it out in the open?
I am attempting to not seem rude while doing it, but just kind of doing it matter-of-factly.
Okay.
Because
As if
they
it's a
have,
normal, everyday thing.
yeah, because they have specific dietary restrictions, which we need to respect.
Mm-hmm.
But so do our party members.
Yep. Okay, so
It's not a slight, it's adding necessary protein to their diet.
okay.
I
And
won't
the
pout as
salad,
much now.
the salad has like some like nice fresh strawberries and some nuts in it. So it's a well-rounded salad in general, but yeah, you go ahead and add some little pieces of meat in there as well. And Junie definitely notices, but she does not say anything.
Yeah, like, I'm not trying to be rude and I'm not trying to call attention to it, but
Mm-hmm.
I just know that some of our party members require meat.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't require it, but I want it all the time.
we can get away with saying that you require it because we have two.
Yes.
Oh, come on, computer. What are you doing? Well then.
Of thefts lately that
On.
I would like looked into.
Someone will probably look back and give me the finger.
What kind of things have been taken?
Let me find the list. Give me 1 second.
Try to see if we can kind of deduce some motives of the thief or if there's a pattern in what's been taken.
To name a few, one of the farmers has some barbed wire missing. One of the locals, maybe you might have some more luck.
Where were the objects taken from? Was it the same part of town? Was it different buildings across town?
Various buildings across town.
Okay.
A couple of the farmhouses.
fully back is starting that investigation and then having you send Marana Loth home.
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
was
eating popcorn out of my
weird.
Christmas tree.
All of a sudden, my computer just like white screened, and
Ooh.
OBS was frozen. My
Are
Vroid,
you on the new update of OBS, by the way?
yes,
Okay.
but OBS froze. My VTuber software froze. Everything froze. Discord froze. Everything just went poof.
Maybe your memory.
I've been having some memory leak issues that's been causing problems for a little bit, and I don't
Yeah.
know what's
Because
going
that's
on.
what that sounds like to me, if everything was just frozen and hanging. Sounds like your computer ran out of memory.
Yeah, I think she
Okay.
said before she actually got the error where it pops up and says your computer has too much memory. Close stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm
Right.
good. We're good to go.
Welcome
Okay,
back.
cool. Welcome back, Nene.
All right.
That
So
was.
about this time, you hear a knock at the door of the monastery, and a few moments later, in walks Morenoloth.
Got out of his boat.
He did. He got out of his boat.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
I imagine he's carrying it behind him. He's a Morenoloth. They don't leave
I
their boat
dragged it out
unattended.
front.
Yeah, they don't leave their boats unattended. Crazy.
Especially so he's taking it home.
And
Right.
he kind of like scans you all and then locks eyes with you, Saflin. It's like, and kind of looks like squints his eyes a little bit, and then with a little bit of recognition, walks your way.
Walk this
Saplin
way.
will say in both. We'll say the same thing twice. We'll say it once in Abyssal and then once in Common
Okay.
for the benefit of the party.
Okay.
And be like, Lilia here, and point, is the one who will be able to send you home. She has access to a spell that can send you back to your plane.
And I'll nod.
He looks to you, Lilia, and you just hear like
He
but
sadly does not understand Infernal or Abyssal, but I am translating, or you may try to speak with her telepathically if you wish.
And then you hear in your head, my bad. You can actually send me home.
Lilia, that's in your head.
Oh, in my head.
Yes, in your head.
Yes. I have access to banishment. I should be able to send you home to your home plane.
Are you saying this out loud?
Are you saying it out loud and also saying it mentally?
Yeah, do you say that out loud or mentally?
Actually, what I think I will do, because this should... Hold on. I will go put my hand on Morenoloth's shoulder and say that. Because tongue should work, right?
Tongues.
You have to cast tongues, but yeah.
The ability to understand any spoken language it hears.
And let you speak it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
Okay, so I will cast tongues and say that to him.
You could have used his telepathy to respond and not waste a spell slot, but I mean, hey, it's up to you.
Well, I would rather... I would rather do that so everybody else hears what I'm also saying.
He kind of like
and what he's
gives
saying.
you a weird look for a second as you reach out and touch him.
We're still not going to hear him and understand him if you don't speak that language. It's only for that one person.
What's his? They gain the ability to understand
Any spoken
any
language.
creature that knows at
Right,
least one
Morenoloth
the
can
target understands what it says. So you all will understand
Yeah.
what it says too.
Yeah, we can understand him.
Yep.
really
both ways.
okay. When the target speaks. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's comprehend language that only gives you the
Mm.
you can understand but not speak it. But no tongues is a good one.
Gotcha.
That's why it's the third
So-
level.
So I
yeah,
touch
he
him, and
kinda-
then he kind of understands as I start speaking.
Yeah. So you just like reach out and touch him, just out of nowhere, and he kind of like pulls back for a second, and then as you touch him and start speaking, he realizes what you just did. And so now everyone in the room can understand him. What are you doing?
Sorry, I guess that came off a little creepy. Sorry.
You could have at least told him mentally what you were doing first.
Oh, I understand you. That's incredible.
See, this is why cell phones were made, so you can reach out and touch someone.
So you can send me home then.
I think I might be able to use my banishment to send you back to your plane.
That would be incredible.
So I'll look at Safla and I'm like,
Can we do this?
shall I try? I'll look around at everybody and then look back at him.
He was looking at me?
No, well, I was looking at you and looking at everybody and then look back to him like, shall I try? Because he's asking, when can we do this?
As soon as you're ready. I think no time to waste if we don't want to waste time.
I bet you're anxious to get home.
Can I bring my boat with me?
Of course, just make sure you're touching it.
Yeah.
It's part of him.
What does he not like?
I guess we'd have to go down to the water then so he could be in his boat.
What do you mean? What does he not like?
He's been away from home for a long time, Firedale.
Oh, I know.
I don't understand the question.
Yeah,
He
neither
doesn't
do
like
I.
being here.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that one.
This
No,
is not
it's the whole
home.
material thing. I was trying to help with the role play. It's all good.
Oh, with the banishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the normal components is something they dislike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think not being here is a good material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's perfectly valid.
Yeah.
Good question. What doesn't he like? Yeah.
Well, and if it's not a cost component, in theory,
Yeah,
you would
it's not a
have
cost.
it in your component pouch, or you would use your focus to bypass it.
Yeah.
That's what an arcane focus does.
So I guess I don't think he brought his boat here. So I guess I would have
You
to
would
go
go
with
back
him.
to wherever his skiff is.
Yeah.
So he starts heading outside. You
You'll
follow
have
him,
to
I
go
assume?
with him.
Yeah, I'll follow him. And I guess walk down to the lake with him.
All right. So you follow him outside the building, and he leads you to the exit of the monastery.
I will go with just in case.
I will also follow for added comfort.
Okay.
Also to say
because
goodbye.
I was the one speaking to him in the first place.
Okay.
Initially.
Well,
and-
tongues will work for an hour, so
Right. I'm just saying one infernal creature to another.
yeah.
Yeah, just more
Plus, I'm sure
comfortable.
you want to say goodbye.
So you leave the walls of the monastery, and then he turns left, and there you see a boat with drag marks.
He literally brought his boat from the water. I will just start giggling.
I was honestly shocked that he stepped out of it. I was expecting him to leave one foot in the boat and just walk with it.
Here it
They
is.
really don't like leaving their boats.
Bringing it in with the top of it over his head like a hat down over
Yeah.
his back.
True. So I guess get him to take a seat in his boat, and I will
That way
start
it's
the
part
spell.
of his inventory.
Yep.
Okay.
He's seated in it, and
Hold on tight.
I guess say our goodbyes
He
to him.
climbs in and it kind of like tips over. It's like, ooh. So he props it up against the. It's a
Because
boat
it's not in the water.
It's not very stable.
Yeah.
So he kind of props it up against the wall.
I mean, we could have done
Tries
this
to
while
get-
he was in the lake, to be fair.
Yeah, we could have brought him to the lake. That maybe
That's
he
what I was
spawns in
expecting.
water too.
Well, you told him
Yeah.
to meet you at the monastery, so
He did.
I mean, we could still
He brought
put him
his
back
boat
in
to
the
the
water
monastery.
before we vanish, but yeah.
So he leans it up against the outside of the monastery and climbs back in. This time, a bit more stable, and he sits down and grabs an oar and holds it in both hands, and he looks ready.
So I
Okay,
will.
so-
Body is ready.
I'll tell
I
him.
will.
He just
I
stares
will
at you
offer
away.
him a flower before he departs. It was a pleasure meeting you. I'm glad that we'll be able to get you home.
He kind of squints a little and then reaches out one of his hands and says, "Thanks."
Yep.
And grips his
I was waiting on him to eat
oar
it.
again. He thought about it. You can see contemplation in his eyes as he contemplates it, then decides not to and just like sets it in his lap and grabs his oar again.
And I'll speak up and say it's a pleasure to help get you back home. Hopefully we
Good luck
don't
and
meet under
Godspeed.
these circumstances again.
He
And
just
nods. And I'm like, ready?
nods.
Looks at Safi. Ready? And then I will close my eyes and start concentrating.
Okay.
If you cast the spell,
Yep.
takes you in
he does
action.
choose to fail it.
Yep. I'll let him know. Make sure you choose to fail.
Well,
Otherwise, this isn't going to
they-
work.
if
You
he
would say
knows
make
the
sure you don't
effect this
resist.
happened,
Yeah.
don't fight it.
Yeah, you give him a little warning.
Mechanically, while we know that DC checks exist as a rule function in RP,
Yeah, okay
they
then.
just know that there's a spell effect and they can resist it or not.
Oh yeah, so I guess I should just
Make
say
sure you don't
try not to fight this, otherwise it might not work. Just
He says,
let it happen.
Understood.
And then he goes pop and disappears.
And yep.
Then you have to concentrate for a minute to make sure it's permanent.
Yeah.
So I'll
and
just
you
stand
sit
there.
for a minute. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just stand there very quiet and just concentrating until I
kinda
feel it lift.
Hands out with your eyes closed, just focusing. And 60 seconds pass, and he does not return.
And then after that, I'll just say kind of quietly, "Bye, Marinaloth. Nice meeting you."
Okay.
I think he can hear you anymore.
Junie.
I know. I don't.
standing-
He can't hear me. That was just kind of my own saying goodbye.
Did Sattler actually say that to her?
Yes. Zafflin 100% said that to her, knowing the reaction it would get.
Oh.
Kind of looks at Lilia quizzically. I don't think he can hear you anymore.
I'll
And
look at Safi
Kyria
and I'll be
will
like,
pet
"That
Lilia's
was more
head
for
and
myself."
Say, good job.
Junie, you just hear like a slow clap, and you look over, and Junie's standing in the entrance to the monastery, just watching, and says, "You lot really are full of surprises."
I'll look back at Junie and just like blush because of clapping.
I look forward to seeing what you can do about these stats.
So, as of character, since I missed all that because of computer crashing, can you explain to me, please?
So there have been a series of thefts in the village. We were going to ask people to roll investigations to look into it, mainly Callan. And there were 3 specific things that were
That at
taken that
least
they
were
know
taken.
of.
Okay.
And it
Barbed
was from
wire.
different places throughout the village, so it wasn't a concentrated spot.
Okay.
And it's the aroundish the black circle-y area that's on the map.
Within that, okay.
Barbed wire, music box, and a decanter for sure are the things that are for sure known to be missing.
Right.
And
Okay.
I was going to ask Kellen, what would he make with those?
It's a very good question.
Yeah, he's a tinkerer.
Yeah, he might know.
Let me have him roll an intelligence check.
Because, yeah, I'm with Sephi. Those are some interesting various things.
He rolled a 22,
He rolled pretty high.
and he says, "I have no clue. It could be anything. I could think of like 30 things you could make with those.
Kellen's MacGyver confirmed.
Most of them would be pointless, though."
Hmm. Well, shall we head to the locations of the thefts and see if we can find any clues?
I want to go finish eating and then we can go.
Oh, I figured we had finished eating. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys have finished eating.
Okay, never mind then. Go and grab everybody and then head out to look.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Would you kindly tell the people why we're going?
I'm sorry, say again?
I'm talking to the person who was discussing this with us
Junie?
that mentioned it.
I mean,
You know, we're going to be randomly showing up at people's houses. I don't have a problem with it.
if they
But
have
I've
a way to
learned
give
that
them a
people
heads
not
up,
like
that's
it.
great. But otherwise, we can just say, "Hey, we were requested to look into this."
Okay.
You know. I'm
Sounds
not
good to me.
saying go investigate without talking to the residents. That seems a little
No, we
silly.
should do that. Let's just investigate without talking to the residents. Just randomly show up and start interrogating everybody.
Okay.
That totally won't make them think that they're getting stolen from us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Curio
Yeah.
perks up and says okay to that as soon as Aurora says it.
And I look over at Curio, I'm just like, what's a joke, friend? Do not try
Oh.
to do this.
I'll pout again.
Okay. All right. So, Junie. 20 minutes. Yep, that's fine. So Junie directs you to a few of the houses she knows of for sure. One of them is this one here. I'll put some circles around them. That one. This one.
You know what we need? Some
that?
markers that just have very light alpha so they're very see-through to just stick on the map.
Stick on the map for what, though?
When we're doing circles and stuff like that, instead of having to draw them every time,
Ow.
when we're just pointing out areas and things.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just like a little
Just get basic
clear circle.
shapes that we can resize. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the question. Do we need to stay in houses, or can we technically just set up a hut somewhere?
We can honestly camp under the stars in the dome. It doesn't really matter where we sleep.
Yeah, this is a relatively safe place anyways.
Yeah, we're in the middle of a town.
Right. Relatively safe. I mean, stuff is being stolen, but still safer than out
It
there
might not
with
be a bad idea to ask if
ghouls.
there's a place where we can be kept up for the night, if there's an inn, but otherwise, I mean, there's no issue with us just camping out
Yeah.
outside. Other than a bed might be nice on occasion.
So we got here at night. We ate dinner. It's time to rest, anyways.
Right, and you want to investigate in the morning?
Probably good because then everybody's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, especially my tail.
Okay.
All right.
I got a fluffy tail.
So we will ask around for somewhere to stay for the night, and barring none, we will just set up somewhere with the dome.
Okay. So you ask Junie about a place to stay. She says, "You're welcome to use one of our rooms here, or some of our rooms here. We don't have any inns per se in the town. Mostly residential."
Yeah, I'm gonna set up the dome no matter where we are. It's just if we're in a room,
Dome,
that tells me where I'm
dome,
setting the dome.
dome.
So she does have a few rooms you could use, or you can go outside.
I'll look at the group and be like, I intend to cast the hut. Where would you prefer to rest your heads?
Outside.
Indoors or outside? Make a choice.
Outside.
Okay. We will
Outside's
rest
perfectly
outside.
nice.
Okay. So she says, "All right. Well, if you'd like to do it outside, there's a little, there's a nice open area around the back that you could use." She's referring to right here.
Is there a nice place for Moro to rest, even though she would have to be outside the dome?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a nice open spot with a hill leading down to some trees on the right side of the monastery, outside the walls.
This sounds like a good spot.
Okay.
Yeah, at
I
this
will.
point, I'm used to sleeping outside under
Yeah.
the domey
Well, I mean,
stars.
and I think most of us started with like a bedroll,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not like we're completely roughing it.
And I think we've got 2 tents with us, 2 or 3 tents if we need them. But
Yep.
I mean, the dome is comfortable all on its own. So
Yeah, it's always comfortable and dry, so.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's lit as much as I wish it to be, so.
Okay.
So I will cast Leoman's Tiny Hut.
Okay. You guys set up your camp. Cast Lehman's tiny hut. Callan comes over to you, Safi, and goes, "Is there any more pocket bacon? I'm still kind of hungry."
Safflin will dig through the bag. There's a little bit left. There was 10 gold worth of meat, fruit, and vegetables in there.
Yeah, at this point, you're probably getting to the end
We're getting to where we need to restock,
for sure.
but there's a little bit left.
Okay. So he noms on a few pieces of the pocket bacon. Thank you. I'll keep watch. Wait, do we need to keep watch?
Not a bad idea, but it's probably less necessary here.
Okay. Well, I'll keep watch anyways.
Okay.
And I'm sure Son will take a.
I'm sure San would take a watch, especially because we now know that Morrow can't fit in the dome. Oh my goodness, that was loud. Windows security, why you do this?
I think we've decided that she's like a medium creature at this point because that's how we've treated her thus far.
Okay, so she would fit in the dome.
Yeah, so she would fit in the dome.
Okay.
Just thematically, because otherwise, a lot of things that she's done would not have worked.
Sorry, Windows Defender decided to notify me that it found no threats, just out of nowhere.
That's always
quite loud on my end.
That's always good to know.
Yeah.
So you guys sleep through the night. You can go ahead and take your long rests. And the dome actually drops before you even wake up. Are you in tents or are you just?
I don't think
Like-
there's room for tents in there.
No,
there is, but there's not room for more than 2 relatively close together.
I'm pretty calm, thank you.
Okay. So you're just kind of laying
Yes.
out under the stars, enjoying a nice, peaceful morning. So Lilia, you wake up from your sleep, and you are greeted with a little chipmunk sitting on your chest, eating
Hi.
a nut.
I will look at the chipmunk and reach my hand up and carefully just slowly pet it.
It lets you.
I am
Hi,
curious
friend.
as to how it got into the dome.
The dome is dropped at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said it dropped before we woke up, but
Yes, it dropped before you guys woke up. You've been laying out without the dome for a little bit.
dome lasts 8 hours. That's why I was kind of confused, because normally we'd have enough time to finish our long rest. That's why I
Yeah,
was confused.
it drops like a little bit before you guys wake up,
Okay.
and in that few minutes before you wake up, a chipmunk came and climbed up on her.
I'm sad that nobody caught my joke.
Oh, what was the joke?
You asked if we were intense, and I was said, no, I'm quite calm, thank you.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, okay. I heard you say that, but I'm like, okay. Good to know you're calm.
Play on words. Play
Yep.
on words.
Yep, I missed that. My
You're fine.
bad.
So I guess I, just for the heck of it, because I can with the ring, I'm gonna do an animal friendship and say hi to the
Animal friendship or speak with animals?
speak with animals.
Okay.
And say hi to the squirrel.
Okay. Hi. You. Hello.
Hi.
Yep.
Nice to meet you,
Friend?
friend. Was there something you wanted? Looks up at Tilt's head.
Something you want? Something you want. He kind of looks down and then offers you a nut.
I will carefully grab the nut and I'll be like, "You're the one standing on top of me. Something you want?"
Kind of looks down at his feet. Water?
I will shift carefully, getting up, putting my hand out, grabbing him carefully, putting him down, and take out my water flask.
Okay.
Pour a little bit in my hand and look at him and say, "Water?"
Yes, Lily, you get to take a long rest with the button.
Which means Lilia would have also been able to change her spells.
Yes, true. So you hold out your hand with some water in it, and he starts drinking it out of your hand.
Water good? Question mark.
Water good. Water very good.
Water help?
What?
I said water help. Question mark.
What? Help.
I am so confused.
He's not a very intelligent animal.
Yeah.
The fact that you can hear him speaking, did you cast Speak with Animals?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she did.
I missed that.
Yep. That is why she can hear him speaking.
Okay.
It seems you can get like simple concepts across, but for the most part, not very communicative.
I guess I will just let him
join-
keep drinking some of the water and just watch him. And
Okay.
is Saflin awake at this point?
Yes.
I'll look at Saflin and be like, "We have a friend."
Friend?
nice.
Kind of
Saplin is kind of focused on looking through the contents of the bag of holding to figure out what do we have for breakfast, and it's not much.
I don't know what to do with the rest of this interaction, so
Let it leave.
Roll me perception.
okay. 2 perception.
22. Okay. So, now that the chipmunk has kind of scurried over to Staflin, you look around, and you can actually see quite a few animals around in this area. There's like a deer walking past, some birds in the trees. There are a lot of animals just around here.
There seems to be a lot of animals in the area.
It is a druid village. They are tied more deeply to nature than most.
True. My brain has gone blank.
All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and end it here for the night then? Nice spot to leave off.
We got to rest. We got
Yes.
to eat. We finally made it to town. Sounds like a good time to me.
Sent Morenoloth home.
Yep. Lilia got head pats.
Startled Gale doing who knows what in the monastery.
Yeah. At least I got Morenoloth back, so
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
You've
Yes.
done 2 great things
That
recently.
that was my primary reason for wanting to come here. I know it's been a while since we talked about it, but that was why I wasn't too focused on the turtles. My focus was Morenoloth. I'm like, where is my infernal friend? Did he make it home?
So good luck, everybody.
All right.
Yes.
Yep.
But yeah. For those of you watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you all next.